Hello, welcome to Minecraft Let's Play episode 16. We've done everything. We haven't really, there's loads to do. But we've defeated the Ender Dragon, we've got our wings, etc. So we're going to be concentrating on some building work, okay? I've been preparing a lot of cows, because we're going to need a lot. There's going to be a lot of killing. We're going to need a lot of leather. We've got some food to feed them with. I've got some sugarcane, because for this week's project we're going to need a lot of paper, and I've finally got some bamboo so we can get some scaffolding on the go, which is amazing. And I've cordoned the whole area off with these bushes, and now within these bushes, every 7 blocks or so, we've got a light source. It's just a good way to hide it, just a bit of glowstone, and it will keep the the ghoulies away at night time, and it keeps your light source hidden, so that's going to be great. But yeah, today's episode we're going to be using all this. We're going to be using the paper, we're going to be using the leather, and we're going to be using a lot of wood. Because we're going to be doing a really, really big wall map, much bigger than the last one we did. So we're going to chop some wood, we need plenty of sticks. We're going to get some paper. And avert your eyes, guys, it's killing time. Oh, I feel so bad when I do this, but we need a lot of leather. Okay, and we're going to have some kind of structure. So we're basically just going to build a wall out of concrete. I'm going to have it kind of central, coming across from our skyscraper, because when we go anywhere, we want to know where we're going. And we're going to be going further distances now. We're going to be travelling quite far to get sand. We've got a desert now we can go into. We need a lot of gravel for doing a lot of concrete work. And we've got some big areas that we can actually utilise for that, rather than having to hunt out a few bits here and there. So I'm just going to build this up. We're going roughly about 22 blocks wide, and probably about 10, 11, 12, maybe even 15 blocks high. So we've got well over, 250 maps or something like that, which should be able to give us a really, really good outlook of the workable area that we've got here. And of course we're using concrete powder, so we're going to have to wet this with some water. It's probably the fastest way to do it, to be honest, is just to build it and then tip the water down, just making sure that there's no sensitive areas at the bottom, like no redstone and no plants, etc., because that will wash them away. And I want a light source in this as well. If you put glowstone behind an item frame and behind your map, the light source will glow through, and it will light up all of the maps that you've got there, especially in the dark, and it looks good during the day. It gives you a much brighter outlook. So if we put them in maybe every 5 or 10 blocks or something like that, and we'll just repeat that process throughout the entire wall, and you won't actually see these once you get the item frame on and then the map on top. It sits neatly behind. It's a good way to hide your lighting. You don't mind the odd bit of lighting showing, but eventually once you play this long enough, you get sick of it being everywhere, so you find other ways to do it, and you can hide it behind paintings, behind maps, all sorts of places really. Like we've got glowstone in all of these bushes, like every 7 blocks, right round, and it keeps the mobs away. So we'll just patch this up as well, and then we need to chop some more wood. We're going to need a lot of wood, so I'll go away and do that. And then we're going to need to take this wood and make some sticks. Take all that leather that we got from killing all those nice, lovely cows, and make as many item frames as we can. Now, this will take me a bit of time. We won't be doing it all in one go. It'll take me the whole week. We're looking at 200, 250 maps. It takes quite a bit long, a bit quicker now that we've got these wings, especially now we've got mending on them, so we can repair them easy. So the next step, like if you've seen our other video where we made a smaller one of these, we're just going to pop an item frame. I'm going to do the middle first to give us somewhere to work off. And we'll just count back, find the middle bit, and eventually every single block that we've got here is going to have an item frame on it. So whilst we're doing this, whilst we are running around the entire map, taking snapshots, making new maps, we're also going to feed the cows, and we're going to, let them multiply. And then periodically, once we've got maybe 50 cows or something, we'll kill them all, and then we'll get the leather and we'll make some more item frames and make some more maps, etc. And we'll just keep going. Just rinse and repeat until we get it all done. It's a pretty lengthy process, but it is definitely worth it, because these look amazing when they're done. And it's a lovely, lovely centerpiece to come out to. When you come out of a big build or whatever like that, or you come onto the map, you can come and have a look, and if you want gravel, you know which direction to go in. It can be a bit tricky to orientate these. I think with this map, because I'm trying to orientate them this way, I'm probably going to have to rotate every single one, because the mechanics of it, the way the maps present themselves, will not lend for this way. We'd have to turn 90 degrees to the right to get these maps to orientate without having to rotate them once they're down. Like we'll see now, if I put them all down, they won't match up. But if I was rotated 90 degrees to the right and the wall was to the right of us, they would match up. So it's a pretty simple fix. All we do is, once we put them all down, you can see they just don't match up at all. Okay. So once we put them all down, we just need to turn each map round by 90 degrees. And as long as you just remember and do the same for each time, it's all good. You can try it always, but you know, it'll only fit one way. You can see we've got the skyscraper there. That's completely the wrong way around at the minute. The skyscraper's behind us. There we go. And each time you take these off the wall, if you need to update them, they will update automatically once you go into that area. So if we build a new structure here in the middle, take the middle map off, and it will update on the map. These will not update automatically. You have to have them in hand to do that. So I'm going to go away and make a lot of these maps. I've put these up in the middle. We've got 10 maps to the right, we've got 10 maps to the left, and I'll just work away 10 at a time so I don't get too mixed up, and get these done. Like I said, it will take me quite a while, but it's definitely worth doing. So I'm just going to go in each row in a turn, and if I do 10 maps at a time, we've got about 22 trips out there. So I'll go away and do some more work, and we'll get back to you. But first, a bit of positive news. We're going to have some love hearts. We're going to feed these cows, and we're going to, we want them to love us. We don't want them just to see us killing them. I don't want to just have that on this channel. So I'm going to give them some love there. Okay. No distressing. No, for small children. Look at all these love hearts, kids. How could I remember them? All my audience will be adults. Some of them will be small children, and they may be in tears if they saw us killing a cow. You never know. You never know. So you've got plenty of love hearts here. Right, so I'm going to go away and build a load of maps and stick them on this map wall. And when we get back, I'll probably do about half, then I'll come back to you, and we'll see how it looks, okay? So I'll see you all shortly. Okay, so I'm back, and we've got half of the maps done. I've managed to get all the item frames on, and I've just been working away for a couple of days. Not 2 days straight, but, you know, maybe an hour or two each day, to get all these maps and put them on the wall. I think we've got over 100 up there already, and I haven't zoomed in on them. They're just literally, the biggest detail you can get. I haven't zoomed out any. And yeah, you're looking at about 2,000 blocks, maybe 2,000 to 4,000 blocks away for the expanse of this entire map on here. So it's got everything in it that we need. You know, we've got strongholds, we've got outposts, we've got villages, we've got marshland, we've got a snowy bit biome there. But we're going to need a lot of paper. We're going to need a lot of leather, and a lot of maps. So get them any way you can, and then we just fly off and do some more. Okay, so I'm going to go away and do a bit more, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so the update for 1.17 as part of it's kicked in, and we now have goats. This is so cool. I've never seen a goat before, and apparently these will run into objects and move them. You know, they'll like headbutt them and stuff. I haven't really read through the update specifics, so I don't know really what they do. If you kill them, do you get anything? No, you get a bit of XP, But you don't get anything else. You get no meat, you get no wool. And I've just killed the first 2 goats I've seen. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that, but I got overexcited and I wanted to see if I could get anything off your dead corpse. Oh no. Oh, it's okay. There's 2 more there. It's all good. Look, I'm friendly. Yeah, I'm not going to kill you. Look, I'll put the sword away and we'll be friends. I mean, do you eat? I've only got seeds. What do you eat? Do you eat seeds? Do you eat wheat? Probably wheat, to be honest, but I don't have any of that. So yeah, I just wanted to come back in and show you this, really. We now have goats, and there's a lot of things in these updates, so there'll be a lot more new things coming out. Okay, so now then, we've just about finished. We've got some scaffolding up because it was really hard to reach at the top there. We've got most of our map done now. And like I said, you literally just plonk them on and rotate them around by 90 degrees to get them orientated to the right direction that we want this map wall to face. Because I want it to face the same way that we're actually looking. So when I look at something north to the skyscraper, this map is going to be going north to the skyscraper. Okay, and this is the last 20 or so that we're going to pop on. And as long as you put them all on and rotate them around once, they all match up. And you'll just have to play around with it, whether you orientate this wall north, south, east or west. You'll just have to kind of orientate your maps and rotate them around by 90, 180 degrees or whatever. Okay, but once you get the hang of it, once you've done it a couple of 100 times, yeah, you don't even have to think about it. It's great. So this is the last ones now, and it's taken me quite a while. I've been working at this just on and off all week. And I'm glad, to be honest, to get to this point now, because I'm pretty tired of just flying around and creating maps. I found some really cool places. We got some huge areas for sand. We've got some big areas for gravel. We've got some big areas for ice. We pretty much find everything on this size map that we've got here that we need. So we don't really need to go too far away from here. And like I said, I can come out the skyscraper. I can have a look at the general direction, and then I can just fly. If I want gravel, I know that I have to fly, northeast. So that's what I do. No need to take a map with you, especially when you're flying, because you can see it from the air from a mile away. So that's great. And like I said, because we've got mending on these wings, yes, without unbreaking or something on them, you can only go maybe 2,000 or 3,000 blocks. But with mending on them, when you get experience, even when you're wearing them, it mends them. And I've got mending on all of my armor now too, so every time I exchange things for, with my villagers, or every time I go and get XP from one of my farms, my armor and my wings all heal automatically. I don't even have to think about it, so it's great. And this is the last one. The very last map. I'm so glad it's done. If we take all this scaffolding down, we can have a good look and see what we've got. It's not the biggest wall map you could do by any means. You could have 1,000 of these maps if you wanted to. It just all depends on how much time you want to put into it. And it looks pretty great. I mean, in the dark, this thing lights up. It is great. You can see it a mile away. It's just beautiful, and you get a good overview of what your world looks like. Okay, so one more thing I want to do is I want to put like a kind of an edge around it. I think I don't want it just to be just the map. I think we'll use some concrete here. I've just got a couple of stacks of concrete powder. I'm going to wet it, and then I'm going to dig down. And when you're working in sensitive areas, like on this wall, where the water would wash away the wall maps, that's the best way to do it, really. It's nice and quick. And if we just have a good look, see what we've got there. We've got like a little board around it, a little framework. And that'll look nice and pretty. I am going to have to finish the skyscraper at some point. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to know how to do these wall maps in greater detail, go back to my first video about wall maps. But if not, enjoy yourself this week, and I'll see you next week.